But this is a classy table. When you think about tables, at least we went for a classy table.
You did. You went all the way. Where'd you get this thing?
Soho.
I want one.
For your breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me how you feel about your show and how it's going in terms of your own sense of finding your voice and what you want to do with it and how you want it to emerge.
Well, so far, I'm enjoying it thoroughly, which was the biggest question I had is, am I going to enjoy this?
Yeah.
You know, I've never hosted a late night show before. And I thought, am I going to enjoy this? That's the most important thing to me, and we're having a lot of fun doing the show. I think so far it's gone about as well as I could expect it to go. It's a new show. The ratings are actually pretty respectable. I thought for the most part the critics were pretty nice, and we've had a good time. I think we're finding it. It's going to take a while. I think the biggest concern of mine is it takes a while to get your personality out over TV. It doesn't happen overnight. It's sort of like laying a mosaic. If you look at any one tile, you don't know what it is. It takes a while to get your whole personality out. So I think it's going to take a little while for people to get to know who I am.
What do you want to do with it? I mean, what kind of show do you want?
Just I want to accumulate a lot of power and then abuse it.
Yes, I think so.
That's all I've ever wanted.
I'm going to show tent now and then prime time tomorrow and a network on Thursday.
Right. No, I want to.
I mean, how is it different? I mean, you look at the Letterman show.
Sure.
And you don't want to do what he was doing, but you're going to have some element. I mean,
I want to, but the lawyers won't let me.
Yes.
I want it all.
Don't we all?
No, but the biggest difference is I think people have seen already. I mean, the comparisons. People were saying over the summer before anyone had any idea what I was going to do. What do you, who are you? How are you like Dave or not like Dave? And I think just a few weeks into it, they see, okay, he's not really Dave at all. He's just this completely different person. And my sense of humor and the sense of humor of the people that I've hired to help me do this show is sometimes very silly and goofy, and I think it's unique. I think it has its own niche. And I think that's been made clear already. I don't think, these things are personality-driven. Dave is Dave. He's a very distinct personality, and he's true to it, which makes his show so great. Jay is Jay. I'm me.
Chevy is Chevy.
Right, exactly.
Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, and those are things you can't fake. Your personality works on TV, or it doesn't, I think, in this format. And that's what... if given the time, I think, if people check it out, I think they'll like what they see.
Do you have any sense that you're racing against time? I mean, that there is this sense that, boy, I want to make sure that if I'm at 5, out of a possible 10, I'm at 5 now. Right. Will they give me enough time, a year or however long it takes, to get to where I want this show to be?
I've been promised that I have 12 years to find it.
I think you can do it in 12.
12 years.
If not, back to writing.
Right, exactly. No, we...
You'll only be 42, so, I mean, this is
right. It's going to take, the network so far has been very supportive. I
love those network executives.
Yes, oh yes. No, actually they've been nice. They're letting me do what I want to do. They like the show. I think they have a sense. They come in, they watch the show, and they see that it's cohesive and that it has a sensibility, and that it gets better and better, and I think that makes them happy.
Do you like the skits better or the interviews better?
Well, I'm a comedy buff. I've always been, comedy is my passion in life. So it's interesting because there'll be some nights where I love the interview part because I really click with someone and it's someone I really want to talk to. My primary concern was always that it be a funny show, that it be a show that was amusing and interesting in a different way, and that the interviews would be that they'd be respectable and good, and of course that ranges. Some nights.
Depends on the guest. Depends on.
It depends on the guest, the chemistry. Some nights the guest's okay, but I don't really find. I've got to get better at finding finding what interests them, bringing them to life.
Let me take a look at a clip. This is political humor from Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Here it is, a Les Aspin segment. Take a look.
Let's move on to Haiti. Now, on This Week with David Brinkley, you offered some classified information. You said U.S. troops should carry M16 rifles, and that was a mistake, I guess.
I didn't know that 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 show was being beamed out to, I didn't realize it was being beamed out to an entire country, Conan.
What are you talking about? It's This Week with David Brinkley. It's a TV show.
I didn't know. I'm not a mind reader, Conan. I can't read David Brinkley's mind. He didn't tell me it was a show. I'm not a Swami.
Okay. A lot of people, Mr. Aspen, say that the administration lacks focus.
I'm sorry, what were you talking about?
That the administration lacks focus. Well, I mean, were you listening?
No, I wasn't, Conan. I didn't know I was supposed to listen. Had I known that I was supposed to pay attention, I would have, but I'm not a genie, Conan.
Okay.
I don't have a turban on.
Yeah, right. You didn't know. Let me ask you something.
Didn't know.
Mr. Aspen, what are you going to have for, what's for dinner tonight? What are you going to have for dinner?
I don't know. Conan, I can't foresee. I wish I had a time machine. I could go to the restaurant that I'm going to go to.
Right.
And then I would tell you, Conan, but I don't have that machine. It hasn't been built yet.
So, Mr. Aspen, you do, though, think that you will be going to a restaurant for dinner?
Don't pin me down, Conan.
You liked it, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, no, I like I say, I thoroughly enjoy what we're doing. I do want to point out that's Robert Smigel, who's a producer on the show and my head writer, does the lips when we do those bits, and he's a big part of the comedic vision of this show.
Is he also a Lampoon guy?
No, Robert's not. I met Robert when I went to Saturday Night Live, and then we were both interested in performing, and we wrote and performed in a stage show in Chicago together, and I always wanted to work with him. So.
What is it, though? So many people from the Lampoon have gone on to sort of success. What is it about the Lampoon, and you especially, because you were president for a couple of years there?
Right.
Elected when you first were a sophomore, were you?
That's right, yeah.
What's it about the Lampoon that makes it a training ground for future greatness in comedy or near greatness?
I think one of the things about the Lampoon is that it's, I don't think it's this institution which can make people funny. I don't think anything does that. I think people have to be funny by the time they get into the Lampoon. It's not a magical place. I think what it does is it gets you thinking about comedy and what's funny and what's not. And it's a pretty severe atmosphere. I mean, people are very critical there. They'll tell you when they don't think you're funny. And the pieces that you write for the magazine, other people will really savage them on the staff. And that just is a tough environment. And I think in some ways it makes you develop. It's a good farm system almost in some ways for comedy, because I got to the Lampoon when I was 18 and started working very hard, and I realized right away, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to write comedy.
What was it about writing comedy that made you say, this is it?
Well, it wasn't even so much writing comedy. All my life, since I was a kid, that was the way that I had been accepted. I had been the guy who came into school. I wasn't a good athlete. I wasn't particularly, I wasn't a genius. I was able to be funny. I was able to make people laugh spontaneously. And by the time I got to school, I realized there is actually a form for this. There is a way, this is something that you can pursue later in life, which is something I never realized before. And I think that was a big moment in my life. I was 18 years old, and I realized here are these other people who are intelligent, and they're my peers, and they're taking this very seriously. They're taking comedy seriously, and maybe I should too.
Yeah. Did you then want to be a performer?
Yeah, I had always wanted to be a performer my whole life. I had been, started tap dancing very seriously when I was a kid, because I wanted to be an entertainer. I wanted to be Jimmy Cagney.
But no one in your family was in that business?
No, my family, no one's into, they perform for each other.
Yes.
They are all performers.
At a table like this.
Right, but no one had ever been in entertainment in my entire history of my family. And so this is something that I always wanted to be a performer. I was always fascinated with. I remember seeing Sid Caesar's 10 from Your Show of Shows. Yeah. My dad took me to see it when I was a kid, and I just thought, that's what I want to do.
And how hard is the shift from having been at Saturday Night Live and having been at The Simpsons and having, even when you were at The Simpsons writing, I assume you were performing the part. So there was, you were doing something.
I had always been, I think there was some, over the summer, people were saying, well, it's this writer. They're going to put a writer out there. And I think people had this vision that I was this guy with thick glasses. Right, who sat in a room, right, exactly, typing in the dark, and they opened the door, and this shaft of light hit me, and I said, oh, excuse me, what is it you want? And they said, we were going to make you a performer. Yeah, come on, nerd. And I had always been a writer who, the way I wrote was to perform for people, to say, what do you think of this skit? And then I'd do it for them. When I went to The Simpsons, all the other writers were kind of stunned a little bit because I would play all the parts and do the voices of The Simpsons. And, you know, I'd do Marge's voice and then Homer's voice, and they hadn't seen, and I'd jump around, and they hadn't seen that before.
What's the hardest part of the of moving, the shift from being all of that, which is Saturday Night Live and The Simpsons and other things that I've forgotten for the moment, and having to walk out there and do stand-up, number one, and two, to do skits, comedic skits, and three, to be there and to be the center for the show that gives the show its flow and its transition.
I think something that's making it a lot easier is that I'm not trying to be anything I'm not. I'm not a club stand-up.
Is that a bad deficit for you, having not done that, having not been there?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think in some ways, I admire people that do that. I think it's, you know, I think a lot of amazing stand-up comics come out of that format.
You mean from a Seinfeld to a Leno?
Exactly,
and others,
right. And they're great professional stand-up comedians. And that's not. I think what I'm doing is I made a conscious decision. I'm not going to try and do what they do. I didn't spend the summer going to comedy clubs. I'm a real person. I'm just going to go out there and say things that I think are funny, and just be Conan. And I think that's, so far, I go out there and I'll tell a few jokes or stories every night, and the audience laughs, and they're things that I think are funny, and I think I'm presenting them, you know, in a way that's honest, in a way that it's just Conan. It's just Conan talking. And that's all I've ever wanted from this show. I just want this show to be, my only goal is that I get myself out there 100%. If people don't like that and don't accept that, I'll say, well, that's all I can do.
But sometimes it's even hard to do that. I mean, it's hard to make sure that you are natural and comfortable and that what you are.
That's what takes time. I mean, it took Dave a while. It's going to take me a while to. It's a very strange thing to say. What we'd like you to do is go out there and just be yourself, completely uninhibited, on a set, in front of cameras, 200 people in the audience. And we'll critique you every night, and critics will watch for when you rub your fingers together or touch your nose or anything like that. And I think it takes a little while to become completely unself-conscious in that environment.
Yeah,
but
I'll tell you a funny thing I saw the other night. You were doing something, and somebody was saying, look at your hands. It was an evaluation of you.
Right, we did.
And it was a bit about how am I doing and looking at your hands.
Right.
And then I saw someone I admire enormously who I think has adjusted to television with instant success, is Russell Baker, doing Masterpiece Theater. And he was standing up before this, on a couch, on the end of a couch, and he was doing his delivery, and it was natural, and it was flowing, and he had written it, obviously, and it was very good, but his hands were going just like this. And it made me think of that skit you were doing, because the guy was saying, what's he doing with the hands? Look at your hands.
Right. Well, I think one thing that's, I wouldn't want to get, I do things, I have tics and mannerisms, and I think sometimes there's a tendency these days to think we've got to get rid of all of those and be just a completely smooth
plastic
performer. And what I think is nice is, no, my voice isn't perfect for TV. I mean, can't you tell? It's there are things about me that aren't perfect for TV. There are times when you can see that I'm just you know, a little thrown, or you can see that I have you know, that I touch my nose, or I do something like that. And sometimes I think, don't get rid of all that. In a way, I think I'm just a real person, and
because it makes you authentic.
Yeah, I think it's real. If this, again, I say, if for any reason down the road NBC would decide, well, this show didn't work, I'm proud. I think the humor reflects my sensibility. I think we're going for the music and the guests that reflect my sensibility for the most part, and we're doing the show I wanted to do. And so I would not feel any bitterness or sad. You know, I would be sad because I enjoy doing it if it were to end. But I think we're doing what I want to do.
If, in fact, you're doing the show you want to do, and critics, I just saw a piece by Tom Shells, I think, saying, look, you know, it's not working for him as a critic. Does it bother you, or do you say to those critics, I'm doing the show I want to do. If you don't like the show I want to do, then
Right.
sorry. You know, I can't
think-
please everybody, but this is what I want to do. I've found my voice. It's the
Right.
show I want. It's the combination I want. We are approaching what I want to be.
Right. I think, first of all, to say that it doesn't bother me would be, I think like the rest of us, I'm human. When I always take criticism, you know, it always rattles me somewhat. When someone says, I think his hair looks ridiculous, you know, there's a little part of you that says, gee, does my hair look ridiculous? I think what keeps me going is that so far, anyway, for every critic that says it's not working for me, there have been, I think, 3 critics that say, there's something here, I like this. So for the most part, we've had positive feedback. The other thing is, I just don't know what else I could do. This is my show, and...
Has any of this been good advice? I mean, have any critic written something and you said, he's right, you know?
Yes, yeah.
And what did they say?
Some have said I should get out of the country. I think they're right. I don't like America.
Do the show from Jamaica.
No, I think, yeah, sometimes I'll read things and I'll say, I agree, it's, you know, a critic
Don't
will say
cough on the air.
Right,
Never
a critic
cough
will
on
say
the
he
air.
coughs too much. It's a sign of weakness. No, I've had, you know, sometimes you read something and they'll say, well, he doesn't seem, you know, 100% comfortable yet in
But that's true.
the interview. And I'll say to them, I'll say they're right, and I'm aware of it, and I've got to get there. Sometimes they'll say, well, I don't know if the color behind him is very flattering. He's red-haired with blue-eyed, and I don't know if that mustard color. And I'll think, you know, they might be right, and maybe we'll change that down the line. But when they get into, if a critic says, I don't know, I've looked at the guy, and he just doesn't do it for me, there's nothing I can do. I mean, this is, I'm not going to say, he's got a point. I'll have my hair color changed, and which I'm going to do. You should watch for that in the spring. It's going to be exciting.
And what color will it be?
Right. Well, we're going to go for a jet black.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Very
Kind of
sexy.
an Elvis look?
Yes.
Your CBS soon will put on somebody to follow Letterman.
Yeah.
Your
My brother, actually.
Your
needs
honeymoon
to
will
work.
then be over.
Right.
In a sense.
This
I mean,
was a
like-
honeymoon?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What a honeymoon.
I can't wait for what's next. But there is some sense also that you're going to face increased competition.
Sure.
Yeah. Are you ready for that?
Well, I'll have to be. I mean, again, there's only my job now is to try and do what I think is a good show every night. Now, there's some shows I walk away from and I'm not happy, but for the most part, I think we're on the right track and I'm happy with it. After that, there isn't a lot I can do. If they put a show up opposite me, people will prefer that show to mine, or they'll prefer mine, and there's not a lot I can do about it.
Do you have an audience in mind? I mean, who is it that you think is watching the show, or who do you sense is watching the show?
It's funny, you know, you always sort of do a show. I mean, at the beginning I said, I want my brothers to like this show if I wasn't their brother, because my brothers and I used to, when we were young, we would stay up late and we'd watch SCTV and we'd play with the antenna and we'd try and it was bounced off a station in New York and we could just barely get it in, and we would watch it and just love it, and we were just comedy enthusiasts. And
This is Second City TV?
yeah, Second
Right.
City TV, before they went to network, when they were just, you know, coming out of Canada or something like that. It was, and I remember thinking when I got this job, that's all I want to do is do a show that people like, you know, my brothers would appreciate and like. People who are comedy enthusiasts. I'm not just doing the show for Generation X, whatever Generation X is. I've had a lot of, when I walk down the street, older people come up to me and say they like the show. They like the energy of the show and they're enjoying it. And also, you know, I've had a lot of 15, 16, 17-year-old kids who are obviously comedy enthusiasts say, oh, they love this bit or they love that bit.
Are the choice of guest directed towards any kind of audience? I mean, when you look at the guest, what are you thinking? Is this somebody I want to talk to, or is it somebody I think appeals to who I think my audience is?
I think what's nice now about the show is that we just have the whole range. I mean, in a given night, there'll be nights when I talk to Steve Allen, a little girl who's 7 years old who flew a plane across America,
yeah.
and a 24-year-old actress. And it's just every, you know, you get every different combination. And I actually like that. I like, you know, the sort of smorgasbord feel to I'm gonna talk to everybody, and we'll find out over time who am I good with.
You don't consider yourself in the late night wars, so to speak, because you're on at 12:30 rather than at 11 or 11:30.
I don't feel that you know, sometimes I'll bump into someone in the street, and they'll say, "Hey, good luck in your war against Dave," and I'll think, I have no problem. I'm on after Dave. He's doing a good show, and I wish him, you know, well, and I'm not in competition with him. I think, you know, sometimes I'll see cartoons in the newspaper of I'm wearing boxing gloves and Dave's wearing boxing gloves and and I think, I'm not
in the same place.
I'm not boxing anybody.
Yeah.
But no, I don't feel like I'm in competition with anyone else. I most of all feel like I'm in competition with myself to do the best show I can do.
Did he have any advice for you, Dave?
He said he didn't really have advice. He called me up and he wished me well, and he said that 12:30 is just the best time slot in TV, and you should
to find your own footing and to do the kind of thing.
Yeah, I think, and that's the spirit. I really admired what David Letterman did with that 12:30 time slot. He experimented with it. He did his own thing, and it took a while for people to accept it. And I'm not looking for immediate acceptance. All I want to do is I don't know, do with that time slot what Dave did with it, which is experiment, be true to yourself, try new things. That's what that time slot's for. If I was just doing a show that was pandering to people just to try and stay on the air, I'd be wasting the 12:30 time slot.
If this for some reason doesn't work for you, I mean, you say 12:30 at night on NBC was not the right time for me to launch my own performing career.
Right.
What would you do?
Game show.
Game show.
Yeah, host a game show. I'll tell you why.
Which kind?
Prizes are involved.
Yeah.
People like those kind of things.
Yes, they do.
And it just feels good.
You don't have to do a monologue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would, though.
Yeah.
I actually...
You could do a monologue for your game show?
Right.
Well, who would be your hero? Would it be Pat Sajak, maybe? Or would it be...
Sajak's good. Very good.
Then you get to work with... What's her name? What's her name? Vanna Wright.
No. I would model myself after Wink Martindale.
Oh, Wink. I like Wink, too.
Wink, because of the name. You can't beat the name. You just can't. Wink Martindale.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you
Great
very
to
much.
have you
Yeah,
here.
it was nice to
Thank
be
you.
here. Thank you.
Pleasure. Stay with... As we go out, we'll run another clip. This is also from Conan's Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Here it is, the Miss America segment.
Now here, you're just encouraging him. You're talking with your mouth full.
Right.
And I don't think that's right. She's very gracious, but, you know...
What? I'm thirsty. I was...
Well, now there, the thirst isn't the problem. You've got the straw.
Look, I'm offering her some. I think that's very nice.
Yeah. Real good.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
From NBC Studios in New York, it's Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Tonight, Jon Stewart, Diedrich Bader, musical guest Big Head Todd and the Monsters, and crossword puzzle expert Will Short, with Andy Richter and the Max Weinberg 7. Am I the only one who's just crazy about chicken? Now, here's your host, Conan O'Brien.
very much. That's nice. Thank you. All right. Thank you. How's everyone doing? Huh? Doing all right? Good. Good. Well, we got a very nice show tonight. Thought I'd start it off, though, with a few observations of my own. I was, no one minds. I was reading in the paper today, and this is a stunning thing. I was reading the paper today, this is true, 78% of America's brightest students admit they cheat. It's true. Well, actually, I read it off my neighbor's paper. But when you think about it, that's a startling. When you think about it, that's a startling statistic. I mean, 78% of our brightest children admit they cheat. And you realize what that means? That means 22% of our brightest children are liars. Because we all cheat, yes. I know you. But the interesting thing, same survey of children also said that 40% of our students have access to firearms. This is true. And I thought, well, there you have it. I mean, that makes it's just dramatically easier to cheat when you're packing a 45. You know? It's like, hey, Stinky, what's the capital of Montana? Write it real slow and don't move, all right? It's just, oh, if I had had a gun back then. But, I mean, this is a problem. It is a problem today. Our kids see many people on TV cheating, acting unethically, and getting away with it. And, you know, I've just decided I'm on TV, I'm going to try and set a good example. I really am, you know. In fact, you know, just to say don't cheat. So from now on, no more cue cards. Really, just give me that. It's great. I mean, no, because it's, you know, just kids, I don't need it, all right? No, I mean, this is for the children, really. So, we have a really nice show tonight. No, we do. We have a really nice show tonight. Tonight we have with us... Jon Stewart is with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Diedrich Bader is here. Big Head Todd and the Monsters. And, of course, Will Shorts is here, the crossword guy. It's a good show. Love me. I love you. Max.
Yes.
Would you play me over?
Of course.
Thank you. Andy, hi. How's it going?
Hello. You know, Conan, Jon Stewart's out in the hall.
Right.
And
he's our first guest tonight.
He's got his own talk show on MTV, and I don't want to alarm you, but I think he's trying to steal some of our staff.
Really? Did he try and steal you?
Well, no. Apparently he thinks I'm, you know, suited for this position, so he didn't bother. I think he's really after your hair people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jon Stewart cannot afford my hair people. They are 30 of the best trained, highest paid hair people in the business. He can't have them.
Yeah.
No, that's, I'm happy to have him here, though. He's got a new show,
guy.
and we'll meet him tonight. He'll do a good job for us. But Andy, first, I think we should get into some business.
All right.
Now, I think it's time once again to play with the See and Say.
Oh.
Now, you folks remember these things? It's the thing that you aim it at the picture, and you pull the string, and it tells you, what that animal would say. You had them when you were a kid.
Sure, like if it pointed to a cow, the cow would say, moo.
That's very good, Andy. Yeah. Well, our See and Say has a theme, and today's theme is the World Series. So,
so you'll point the arrow to whomever is on the thing, pull the string, and we'll hear what they have to say about the World Series.
the hell are you doing? Yes, exactly.
I'm helping them.
Right, I know.
Welcome into it.
Right. No, you're exactly right. So let's start playing.
All right, let's see what Vince Coleman, let's see what he has to say.
See what Vince Coleman has to say about the World Series. Get it.
Vince Coleman says, World Series you.
Man,
Wow.
you'd think he'd learn, but no.
Sour
All right, let's take a look at Paulie, the New York Yankee fan parrot. This is Paulie, the New York Yankee fan parrot.
Polly, the New York Yankee fan parrot says, "Rah! Screwed again, screwed again."
Okay,
The bitter bird.
yes. Jeff Goldblum. I want his comments on the World Series.
Jeff Goldblum says, clearly the Blue Jays will win in 6 games, but if you extrapolate the series to 5 billion games, then statistically speaking, you're quite beautiful. What are you doing tonight?
Mother Teresa. I want to know. Everybody is on this CNC.
Mother Teresa says,
Well, I didn't quite hear it, but
The machine wasn't malfunctioning.
Right.
That's how she actually speaks.
yeah. The Full House twins. Always interesting.
the Full House twins say,
We don't go to baseball games. The common people smell bad.
It's the Full House twins.
Yeah, boo for them.
Yeah, boo.
Those crass little toddlers.
I had nothing to do with it. Hey, it's Oscar Wilde. Let's hear what Oscar Wilde has to say. Famous man of letters.
Oscar Wilde says, "My dear fellow, don't bother me now. I'm enjoying a man."
We just operate the machine, people.
Yeah.
Reagan, let's, where's, there he is. President Reagan.
President Reagan says,
Hey, Blue, Blue Jays in Flooper.
Mwah! Love my CNC. Howard Stern. Let's hear what Howard Stern has to say.
Howard Stern says, "Let me tell you something. I'm not going to watch till there's a lesbian league. I mean, those guys can hit. By the way, Conan, you're a dweeb."
All right. And, Mr. Ed, finally. Where is he?
Over there at
There
4
he is.
o'clock. There.
Okay.
Mr. Ed says,
All right, well, he only talks in front of Wilbur.
Oh, so makes sense.
Martina Navratilova. Where is she? There we go. Martina Navratilova.
Martina Navratilova says,
Apparently, she only talks in front of Chris Evans.
Right.
So I've heard.
We'll be right back with Jon Stewart. See you in a minute.
Grandpa is up on the mantle.
Why?
Because he's dead.
Asses!
Yes.
The game is taboo. How would you get your team to guess the secret word without using the 5 best clues?
Something that when you go to the movies. Ah! I'm sorry.
Okay, this is a place where a bunch of women get together and pray for a miracle. Vegas.
Play Taboo and Celebrity Taboo from Milton Bradley.
Okay, you think you saw your mother-in-law arrive at the house on this.
Skateboard.
Roller skate!
Broom. Yes! Oh!
We can offer you this kind of salary, Tim, because our law firm is so successful. There is also the country club membership, access to the corporate condo in Barbados. Plus, you can have your choice of any color Hyundai you want. Well, Tim, we would never have gotten so successful if we hadn't also been so sensible.
Mr. Sullivan eats a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, since 1932, it's the same thing. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Such a nibbler.
You're next, my dear.
Oh.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
New garage door opener, huh? What kind of batteries you got in here?
Duracell. That's what I use in everything.
Really? No kidding. Hey, any idea why Duracell batteries last so long?
I don't know why they even work, but I know they're good.
Duracell. No other battery lasts longer.
Yeah, but why?
Hey, Vern, I've just got one word for you, Vernon. Cerritos Auto Square. Buddy, Cerritos Auto Square is closing out this year's inventory. We are talking big discounts on over 5,000 cars and trucks, and each of the 21 dealers is cutting his prices right to the bone. So now's the time, Vern, to catch these boys with their prices down. Do I look like I have stupid written all over my face? Vern,
605 Freeway at South Street in Cerritos.
My first guest is one of the more irreverent stand-ups around today, and starting this Monday, he will host his own talk show on MTV. Please welcome Jon Stewart. When do you start? Show starts Monday.
Absolutely.
It's done right here in New York, is that right?
It is done here in New York, but first I just want to say, Conan, that you're doing a great job, and your monologue was, could you move your head just to the left a little bit?
Sure.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Thank you. It's in my contract.
Oh, I see.
Everyone has to
Absolutely.
say this.
No, it was wonderful. Yeah, the show is...
You're doing it here. Where are you doing it?
We're doing it out of New York, which is great for me because I'm from New York. I live in New York, and I like it here. I mean, a lot of people feel threatened here. I feel very safe in New York. Mostly because I have that chain on the inside of my door. Because, I'll tell you what, you got that chain on the inside of your door, that just says to criminals, hey, you're not getting in here unless you push with your hand kind of hard.
It's made of, like, tin.
It's nothing, man. It's like my apartment has a necklace. It's very sad. It's a lovely decorative bracelet. But I'm just happy to be doing it in New York and not having to go out to California.
Now, what's your schedule? I mean, putting one of these shows together is murder. Is this messing with your personal life much?
It's been horrible on my personal life, Conan.
I'm really
Will you go
bad
out with
for
me?
No.
It's been amazing. Well, I had a girlfriend, but now it's just me and my cat, and we stick around the house a lot, Stanley. And my cat actually has never been out of my apartment. To be honest, I don't think my cat knows there's anything outside of my apartment. I think he thinks the world is square, has one window, and smells like him. He really has no idea. But I took him out once. It was kind of odd. I took, when you get your cat, I took him to the vet to get neutered.
Right, right.
So I brought the cat to the vet, but he didn't know we're going to the vet. He was just happy to be out. He just thought it was kind of a new experience. So he's sitting on the vet's table, all happy, and the vet comes in with a thermometer. I've never seen a mood change this quickly. The vet takes the thermometer, and he just goes, boop. All I see from across the room is this. Huh? And then the cat leaps off the table onto my shoulder. Like, all right, we can go now. But he still had the thermometer, and
right.
It's private property. And that's what happened to him the only time he's ever left my apartment. That's what he thinks the outside world is. So it makes me kind of uncomfortable, you know, because my cat sees me leave the apartment every day. So I guess that's where he thinks I'm going. I really don't know. I always come home, he's got this look on his face like, you like that? But now that you've heard my perverse cat story, where do you go from there, really?
Oh, onward and upward.
Onward and upward. But we're...
Now, in your routine, you do a lot of topical stuff. Now,
I try and keep up, although it's tough with the show. I mean, you get sort of wrapped up in it. But I watch the news. I mean, this whole Watergate thing. I mean, that's terrible.
It's tough. Right, right. Nixon may go at any time.
He's a creep. No, I guess I watch. We have a 24-hour feed, mostly of MTV, but occasionally somebody will switch it to CNN.
Oh, most of the good news is on MTV.
I saw that we're fighting Somalia. Are we fighting Somalia? How did Somalia get to fight us? Are they even ranked?
Oh, yeah.
It seems like such a strange opponent. And I watched the Russian thing with... The
Russian thing.
You know the Russian thing?
It's a little more complex than that.
I know. What, are you kidding me? That's my political humor. You know,
right.
This whole Russian thing, I mean...
Thank you very much. Be good to your waitress.
they gave Clinton a lot of problems for backing Yeltsin in the Russian coup, and I just thought, well, maybe he just added up the facts and went with it. I mean, basically, Yeltsin had the army and the nuclear arsenal and public opinion, and those other guys had a building. So it was a very nice building, but I don't necessarily think.
Right.
What were those guys thinking, taking a building when you get it just, don't make us come down to the lobby.
And they had that chain on the door.
They had the chain on the door and nobody could get in. Sad.
They're like, we're safe.
We're safe in here. Nobody can get us. Russia's in terrible trouble. They're actually coming out with a tourist campaign to raise money.
I bet it's a good one.
I bet it's a sad one. What kind of tourist campaign could Russia? Come to Russia. It's cold and we have no food.
Well, they've got Yeltsin. He's a party animal.
Yeltsin is
He will
mad,
personally
man.
party with any tourist who comes to
Sure.
Russia.
I'm sure there's Jell-O shots for everybody in Leningrad tonight. I would imagine. I would hope so. But I try and keep up. It's hard to because, as you know, the show, you lose perspective.
You become an insane egomaniac.
Okay, that hasn't happened yet. But I don't have a network one.
Right,
it's only
right.
cable.
Yeah.
I just get tickets to the dance show for MTV. That's all that's happened so far, which is a lovely affair. But it's, they make fun of, I don't know, you seem to have gotten a lot of this, and I'm getting it now if I do any interviews, the whole idea that you're an unknown.
Right,
right. How does that happen? Did that bother you when it?
Not at all. I didn't expect, it wasn't like, what's wrong with America? Why don't they know who I am?
Right.
I went to a very large high school.
They didn't talk to anybody in your high school. They should
Yeah.
have talked to somebody from your high school.
Right.
I just felt like when they asked me that, I just thought, well, how known actually do you have to be before you get to talk to? Because Chevy is very well known. And so obviously that's not the criterion. But if that was the case, I mean, then the most known person should have the next show. It just should be like, Late Night with the Pope, or, coming up the Joey Buttafuoco hour or something. People who are known should have their own shows, and the rest of us should just sit and try and get on Password if we can.
Well, we're moving that way. I mean, I've said before, I think, we're moving to the point by the year 2000, everyone in this audience will have a talk show. We'll just, put desks in there, We'll, shoot questions at each other. I mean...
I think that would be lovely.
We're all moving that way. Everyone should have a talk show. They're very fun.
I think so.
They're liberating.
Yeah, I enjoy it very much.
Wouldn't you all like a talk show? Let's do it. Let's see to it.
All those cue cards will be out of trees pretty soon.
I know. You populate the rainforest. All right, well, listen, we're out of time, but best of luck with the show.
Thank you very much,
for
John.
coming
I appreciate
on.
it.
I enjoyed it. We'll be right back.
Hi. Welcome back. Some of you might be familiar with a segment on our show called Celebrity Corner. It's where we get certain celebrities to lend us their views on current events. Well, this week we thought it would be interesting to find out what Raquel Welch thinks about the North American Free Trade Agreement. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Raquel Welch to come on, but since Conan has red hair, and Raquel Welch has sort of reddish hair too, and they probably have similar views, we figured we could dress Conan up like Raquel Welch, and we could ask him questions about NAFTA. Problem is that try as we may, we couldn't get Conan to look anything like her. But luckily, Raquel was in a movie in the 70s called Mother Jugs and Speed about 3 ambulance drivers, and it was easy to make Conan look like an ambulance. So we figured he would come out here dressed like an ambulance and talk about NAFTA. Trouble is that Conan doesn't really know anything about NAFTA. But we figured, since we had him in the costume anyway, and since Bill Cosby was also in Mother Jugs and Speed, we figured Conan could do an impression of Bill Cosby. But Conan doesn't do an impression of Bill Cosby. However, Bill Cosby also had a TV show called I Spy, which was very big in the 60s, which came after the 50s, which is when Elvis was all the rage. Now, since Conan likes Elvis, we figured we could have him come out here and sing Blue Suede Shoes while dressed like an ambulance. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this week's Celebrity Corner, it's Raquel Welch on NAFTA.
Well, it's one for the money, two for the show. Three to get ready, now go, cat, go with no shoes. Step on my blue suede shoes.
Michelle, for shedding light on such a complex issue. We'll be right back with Diedrich Bader. Come back.
Fridays, the biggest stars solve the biggest mysteries. The premiere of NBC's Friday Night Mystery. All new Heart to Hearts. Larry Hagman, Brian Dennehy, Sam Elliott, and this Friday, Raymond Burr in a special Perry Mason.
We'll be delighted to see you in court.
Put some mystery in your life. NBC's Friday Night Mystery premieres Friday.
Coming up tomorrow night from Married with Children, David Faustino will be here, Twiggy, and the columnist Molly Ivins. So watch that show. Thank you. All right, we're back. Jon Stewart is here. Coming up, we've got.
What's the matter?
Oh man.
What's up?
Oh man, John, when you start your show, I hope you don't have pretty pages around, because they can be pretty distracting.
Oh man, I see what you mean. She's lovely.
Yeah.
Truly.
It's just like I'm in the middle of a show and she does something really cute, and then I just I can't get my mind off her, you know?
You know, she really... She's nice.
Yeah. Man.
She looks like a nice kind of Irish Catholic girl.
Oh,
for her.
yeah.
Yeah.
My parents would love her. Oh, yeah. Hi there.
Come on, man. You should just go for her, man. Ask her out on a date.
No, I don't even know her name. Hi.
Tony, just get to work. Wait,
oh, yeah, all right. I'm sorry. No, I'm... Thank you. All right, my next guest is making his big screen debut as an idiot. He plays Jethro in the Beverly Hillbillies movie, which is currently in release. So go see it, but for now, let's take a look at a sample of his work.
Son, what do you do?
Don't know. What do you do?
I'm just president of a bank.
Why? Uncle Jed, can I be a president, too?
Now, Jethro, that's a mighty disrespectful thing to say to Mr. Drysdale.
No.
I asked him if you can be vice president.
Vice president.
Uh-huh.
I wonder what's going to happen. Please welcome Diedrich Bader. Man, you got that Jethro thing down.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm pretty close to being an idiot. All I had to do was hit myself with a ball-peen hammer a couple of times right before I went out. It's the accent, though.
Is it hard to do that wide-eyed stare of innocence for hours
yeah, for hours
time?
and hours. Actually, it's the smile that was... I would actually get cramps in my face from smiling so much, and they would start to shake, and then they'd go, cut! You know, gee, I have to do it all over again.
Well, what about the accent? Is that hard to do?
It was hard to do. We worked with a dialect coach, Robert Easton, and he...
Wait, you worked with a dialect coach to get Jethro down?
To get Jethro down, I know, strangely enough. But for a while, they wanted some, a very authentic accent, so we had to, do the best we could. So I would go to
do they know where Jethro's from? I mean,
well, he's supposed to be from the Ozarks, so it's a very, very regionalized, very specific accent. It's not at all what I did in the movie, because we got so specific with the accent that we came and no one understood us.
It becomes sort of Swiss. By the
Right,
time
well, yeah, exactly. No, it was too hard. It was too hard for everybody to get, so therein hangs the tale.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Did you do Jethro a lot off the set to prepare for the role?
Well, I came up with the idea of playing an 8-year-old, which is, hopefully what you saw in the clip, but for the accent, I drove my girlfriend crazy by going around and grocery stores when we would go shopping and go, rutabaga. Hey, it's a rutabaga. Get a rutabaga there and get your eggplant over there. And she'd go, shh, Jesus, quiet, rutabaga. It's your rutabaga.
She loved it.
Oh, she loved it all, it's the life.
Now, you play 2 roles in this movie.
That's right. I played Jethrine just as pretty as that little page
that
you have over there.
Yeah, we should get them together.
I know. Well, yeah, hopefully.
Now, Jethrine's the same character with a wig on. Sorry to cut to the chase.
Yeah, no.
That's
go right
pretty much
to
what
it.
we're talking about, right?
Well, no, actually, Jethreen is very different from Jethro. Jethreen has gone to Star City. She's become a beautician. She's kind of citified in a very, strange kind of a way. And I played her very differently from Max Baer. Max Baer played a guy in a dress.
The original Jethro.
The original Jethro.
Sorry, I felt that had to be said.
No, right. Max Baer Jr., Max Baer, the heavyweight champion of the world, did not play Jethro.
Okay.
But he wore sleeveless dresses, and I tried to play as feminine as I possibly could, just because I hope to get on the heat of Jay Davidson just a little bit,
Were you attracted to yourself as Jethreen?
Well, I must admit I was pretty good, and the guys on the crew, I'll tell you, they were, some of them were, glancing over, the calves, and I had to wear high heels. It was,
right.
Yeah.
Now this is not your first movie, right? You've done.
No, actually, I had one line in Dracula. I was cut out. I had a scene with Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, it happens. I know, but yeah, actually, I had this line. He was going, civilization and civilization actually developed at the same time. And then I went, but Dr. Van Helsing, you have yet to explain your theory. That was my line. And then he goes, yes, my friend. Blood, diseases of the blood. So I went to...
You should have done it as Jethro.
I know, yeah. You have to explain your theory. Yeah. Maybe that would have stayed in. Oh, thank you. No, then I went with my girlfriend. We had a nice dinner, a bottle of wine, everything like that, down at Westwood for the cast and crew screening, and I was like, all right, the scene's coming up. It's like, it's like establishing scenes. It's gonna be good. And my palms started sweating, my chest started getting tight. And then I saw Anthony Hopkins go, blood, diseases of the blood, and I was like, ah. So, but welcome to Hollywood. You're cut.
What happened? You were cut?
I was cut. I was on the floor. I'm hoping for the director's cut.
What did they cut to? I mean, was there just a big hole where you were, or did they go on to something else?
There's just blank, insert. That's all they had. Yeah.
Right. So, well, I'm sorry. We may have to actually also cut you out of this show. Too.
Right. I know.
We're running out of time. No. So I can spend more time singing rockabilly.
Oh, you did a good job. It was wonderful, really.
Oh no, thank you. But you were in. Someone said you were in an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah, absolute dream come true, man. I was on the episode where Worf assumes the role of the captain because the Klingons get taken out of hibernation after 100 years. And I was a big Trekkie back when they were Trekkie, before they were Trekkers. So
but you have to absorb all this new knowledge. I mean, a Trekkie now had to learn all this crap from the 60s,
I know.
And now you have to know what a Worf is, right?
Right, yeah, you have to know what a Worf... Well, the thing was that they give you a little manual, but I didn't do it. One thing that they did do is you can't leave the set with a little, little, whatever you call it, a little, thing that they got there.
It's called a thingy, yeah.
Yeah, the thingy that they got right there on their breast. They have to, it's a Velcro. You have to take it off and hand it to a prop person before you leave. But the greatest thing about it was that we got attacked by the Klingons, and I got to hurl myself across the U.S.
Oh, you did that thing where they tilt the camera and you run from one side to the next?
Right, exactly, actually, yeah. Patrick Stewart took over and he goes, the ship is attacking from the right, so you will go to the left. So we all went, whoa, like that.
Now, what's that actually, I mean, is it really dull and monotonous when you're actually doing it?
Are you kidding me? It was great. It was really fun.
Well, it just seems like there's no sound effects. You're just all these adults running from one side to the other, grunting and moaning.
No. There were sound effects because, Patrick Stewart would go, bang! And you would go, ah! Like that. It was great. It was really fun. I had a great time. Oh. It's a dream come true, really. I got to walk around the deck,
Did you have to wear makeup that disfigured you?
No, I wish I could have been a Klingon. That's my other dream. Someday I could come back as a Klingon, maybe.
I love how what we've learned from Star Trek is that the Next Generation and the old one is that all throughout the galaxy, all aliens look pretty much like us, except they have little bumps here and there.
Yeah, that's right.
What an amazing
things right there. And they're pretty women everywhere,
Yeah, right, in really short miniskirts.
Yeah, with mist in front of them all the time, which I like.
All right, well,
listen,
the atmosphere. I'm sorry, we're just about out of time. We're going to have to...
that was it?
That was it, my friend. I apologize.
No, that's it. What about my song?
Oh, you'll sing your song. We'll be back.
Okay, good.
We're going to have a hoedown. Yeah, all right, we'll be right back with Big Head Todd and the Monsters.
If you were to take every article, every review, every honor, every award, everything positive people have had to say about the Toyota Camry and put it on a wall, you'd need a very big wall. And now there's the new 1994 Toyota Camry with dual airbags, a new V6, and built in America. Imagine the wall we're going to need for that.
ordinary women and even ordinary men are having extraordinary sex.
Do you have a sensational love life?
Beyond physical.
Dr. Sandra Scantling says you can.
So how do you achieve super sex?
It's just like drinking wine. You don't just gulp it. You swish it around in your mouth.
Plus, the recipe for an amazing aphrodisiac.
It's called Fleabuster Orgasmic.
The secrets of super sex.
On the next John and Lisa.
Tomorrow morning at 11, here on Channel 4.
It could be said that I've taken some interesting road trips in my life. And occasionally I'd wonder just what I'd really do if things didn't go right up there. So what do I think of General Motors including 24-hour roadside assistance on all of its new vehicles down here? I'm all for it. You don't want to be caught out in the middle of nowhere without it. Trust me.
The jury has spoken.
The Reginald Denny case has come to an end.
So it is a grand day for the defense, a trial filled with moments that have been very controversial and very emotional.
The jury forewoman telling the judge that fear is a big factor in the deliberating room.
It all came to an end with the reading of the final verdict.
One side is now celebrating and the other side is disappointed.
I'd like to go on and just leave my life.
The final chapter of the Denny beating trial. When it happens here, it happens on the Channel 4 News.
Okay, we got some hot music coming up. I'm talking with some kids here. You kids like rock and roll music, huh? You like that rock and roll? You think it's gonna catch on, huh? Think it'll catch on? All right. Now, you guys big fans of Big Head Todd, you know? You guys like him?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you like that, huh? How about you?
Oh, love it, love it.
That's great. You having a good time?
Oh, it's great.
It's great. I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay, now let me ask a question. Who's dating who here? Who's dating who? What's the story?
He's my brother.
Oh, he's your brother. That's not a good idea. You should see someone else. How about you? Who you dating?
This is my husband.
Oh, it's your husband. You got married. Oh, that's sweet. How you doing? How are you?
I'm fine.
All right. That's great. That's great. Now, come on. Now, tell me something. You know, your old man, is he kind of a drag?
Yeah, I guess so.
Gets on your case every now and then, huh?
All the time.
How about your old lady?
My old lady? You mean my mom or my girlfriend?
Well, you just choose whatever you want. What do you think?
Well, both of them are kind of a drag.
Old folks can be kind of a drag, yeah. No. Well, don't let it get you down. All right. How are you doing? How are you?
Very well, very well.
Who are you dating here?
A lot, no one.
Oh, well, you and I'll talk after the show. Don't you worry. All right. Well, this is great. We got a real nice show here. We have a couple of young men who've been performing together since they were in high school. And they were buddies in Boulder, Colorado. All right? So let's hear it. All you kids and kiddies, Big Head Todd and the Monsters.
Little Alice through her bedroom window, she dances and I dream. She's not so far as she sings. Brighter meadows, melting sunsets, their hair blown in the breeze. She can't see
Maker, target of a lawsuit at 11.
I don't think people think of their office as a workplace. I think they think of it as a stationery store with Danish. You know what I mean? You want to get your pastry, your envelopes, your supplies, your toilet paper, 6 cups of coffee.
Got another call. Oh, hiya, baby. 1 second. Honey, I've got to take this. Yeah, I've got sex waiting on the other line. I've got to take this.
From NBC Studios in New York, it's Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Tonight, David Faustino, Twiggy Lawson, and Molly Ivins, with Andy Richter and the Max Weinberg 7. I have chapped lips tonight, but the show must go on. Now, here's your host, Conan O'Brien!
Thanks a lot. What were you guys playing? But just before the show started, did someone request something for you? You guys said you were playing, like, is that Wipeout?
Wipeout. One of the greats. Wipeout.
Give me just a little Wipeout. Show. Why not? I'm entitled. All right, well, thank you all for coming. Thank you for tuning in. I think we have a nice show tonight. But before we get started, I was noticing in the news it's a big story. This is actually a huge story in the TV industry today. I don't know who heard about this, but Janet Reno, the Attorney General, she blasted the TV networks for broadcasting too much violence, which... Yeah, hooray for TV. TV can do no wrong. No, I thought this was a little odd coming from Janet Reno, because the last thing she put on TV was that shootout in Waco. And, it really killed in the ratings, though. But another really odd thing that she said that if the networks don't clean up their act, the government is going to step in and regulate TV. Which, wow. So, TV good, government bad, how, is that what's, no. But she says that the government's going to regulate TV if we don't watch out, which, I don't know, I actually thought it was kind of fun to think about the Senate debates that we would have. Senator, it is a tragic mistake to send Blossom to Paris. This cannot happen. Don't we have better things to, huh? Oh, sorry. Well, I had fun thinking about it. I had so much fun. Anyway, some people have responded. The Fox Network has responded. They're trying to make their shows less violent. They're actually going to change one of their shows. It's going to be America's Most Annoying. Authorities are looking for this man. He's too touchy-feely. If you see him, tell him to back off a little. No, but apparently they think that we're incited to violence because we watch, police action dramas. And, personally, I think it's shows like Full House that make people violent. I really do. I mean, if there was nothing to watch but Full House, there would be blood in the streets, I'm telling you. That and those Richard Simmons infomercials. I mean, he comes out in those shorts, and I want to kill someone. I really do. Anyway, we have such a nice show tonight. Our show tonight is like a fine wine. Mwah. Perfectly aged. And it's liquid. From Married with Children, we have David Faustino is here. We have Twiggy Lawson. And columnist Molly Ivins. Max, would you please?
Pleasure.
Max Weinberg 7. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Conan. Sit down.
Andy, how are you? How's it going?
Pretty good, Just
Fall is here, as you know.
It's everywhere. It's absolutely breathtaking.
Well, we're well into autumn, and I just can't believe it's how beautiful everything is. I just can't believe it.
I know, all the magnificent colors changing.
Yeah, I mean, look over at the curtain today. It's just really,
Oh, my. That is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, isn't it? It really is just at its peak about now.
Mm-hmm.
And look over at Max.
Oh, tremendous. Max, you're doing, oh, you look beautiful.
No, this is really the best time of year for Max.
Yeah.
It really is. It is.
There'll be that nice nut brown color in about a week.
Well, I think the whole band looks great. I mean, look at Jimmy. Really.
Oh, look at that. He's already storing nuts for the winter.
Yeah, the whole horn section is storing nuts. That's, You know, I think horn players have an unfair advantage that way.
That's true, because Dizzy Gillespie used to hoard enough nuts to feed his whole orchestra.
Yes. It's very amazing. You know, let's just check out the whole audience. Let's see how they're doing. Oh, that is spectacular.
They are right.
Give yourselves a hand. That's right. They're beautiful. And hey, and especially that guy in front. Look at him.
Hey! You're still not as good as Lennon.
Oh, beautiful. He just looks so beautiful. Okay, Andy, now, how about if we played a little If They Made It? What do you say?
That sounds very, very good.
I'm glad you agree.
Yeah.
It's the bit we have to do.
I have to. I'm contractually obligated to.
Okay, now, if you haven't seen If They Made It, it's a part of the show where we find celebrity couples, and we use computer technology to find out what their offspring would look like. So, that's what computers can do. First of all, here is Ted Turner and Jane Fonda. Oh,
my.
Why, that's very, very nice.
Looks like an Afghan hound.
Very nice. And this, of course, Marla Maples and Donald Trump, which is, I'm sure they'll have a nice... And, of course, Daryl Hannah and JFK Jr. Let's see what their child would look like. And Ow! All right, we'll be right back with David Faustino.
Yes, we will.
After most meals and snacks, plaque pH can fall to levels where acid starts attacking teeth. These attacks can last up to 2 hours, increasing the risk of damage to your tooth enamel. That's when chewing extra sugar-free gum can help. When you chew for 20 minutes, the chewing action produces and distributes more of your mouth's natural defense, saliva, which helps neutralize acid within minutes. So in addition to regular dental care, after eating, chew Wrigley's extra sugar-free gum, because chewing helps nature fight the acid attack.
The game is Bandu. I want to Bandu. You want to Bandu. I bid to Bandu. Now try to Bandu. There's more to it than static. You each get 5 Bandu. Use them to buy pieces or refuse them. But if you use them all, we all do Bandu. It's ooh, ooh, Bandu. You love Bandu to Bandu. The game where the impossible takes shape. Bandu from Milton Bradley. I can do Bandu.
Wait till these people try new Cheese Whiz Squeezable. They're gonna go nuts. Plain old hot dog? Instant cheesy dog. What'd I tell you? No, Cheese Whiz Squeezable. Nice shot.
The excitement strikes November 12th. The Three Musketeers, rated PG.
Hey, Vern, heard you've been having trouble with that old hunk of junk you've been driving. Cerritos Auto Square's where you gotta go, Vern. Vern, when you buy a new car or truck from Cerritos Auto Square, you not only get a low price, you get more for your trade-in. That's right, buddy, a low price plus a higher trade-in allowance. You get them both. Cerritos Auto Square, Vern, #1, numero uno, comprendo?
Morning.
605 Freeway at South Street in Cerritos.
Okay, now, doing this show it's been a learning process. Now, one thing we've learned over the run of the show so far is how easy it is to make fun of my first name. Now, the suggestions just keep coming in. Today's submissions are from Rob, Gainesville, and John from Blomfield, New York. And just to break things up, today the guys are going to do the routine from a hot tub.
Conan the sanitarium. Where's your crazy people? Conan the chocolate eclairion. Where's your creamy filling? Conan the Virgin Marian. Where's your no sex? Conan the family affarian. Where's Mr. French?
Very nice. If you have any insults or puns, send them to Conan the Blank Aryan, care of Late Night, 30 Rockefeller Plaza, New York, New York, 10112, and the boys here will read them for you. Oh, yes. You know, my first guest is Bud Bundy from the hit Fox series Married with Children. Please welcome David Faustino. Very nice.
Thank you. You know how many times I've heard that song? About 1 million.
But you would love it more every time.
Yes, I do.
Well, you've been doing that show now. You started when you were 12.
Yeah.
Now you're in your late 40s.
Yeah.
Now, how long has it been running, this show?
This is our 8th season already. And I started when I was 12. And
when will this madness end? Is there any end in sight for this show?
I don't know. As long as they keep paying me, I'm there.
Still,
I mean, we have a
popular.
good time, and we all get along. It's a great set to work on, and you know, we already got picked up for season 9, so
that's great.
Having a good time.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed about that show is the audience on that show is insanely pumped.
Is it almost like your audience?
Yes, they are. They're just crazy, these people. Hey, look. That's my audience doing an impression of a Married with Children audience. No, it just, you know, every time one of you guys, one of the characters enters the set, there's like a full minute of people howling and screaming and
they're pumped, man.
Throwing things onto the set.
They got to cut down a lot of that, and they got to cut down a lot of the script because there's no time. There's so much laughter and applause that it takes.
Is that true? It really cuts into it?
Yeah.
That's a nice problem.
Yeah, I mean, we don't mind.
They're enjoying it too much. Yeah. We've got to do something. What was it like when you first got the job? You're 12 years old, and you find out that you're going to be working opposite Christina Applegate. Was that fun?
You know, I had a little crush on her when I first started. You know, she was only 15, I was 12, and you know.
Why did it go away?
Well, because I mean, we grew up like brother and sister. I mean, we were in the same classroom. We had the same teacher for years, and you know, after 6 months, we just became real close, and we're like brother and sister. You know.
So you just realized you had no shot.
Yeah, basically that was
it. No, but it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like that show's a lot of fun. I met Ed O'Neill once briefly, and he seemed like a real nice guy.
Ed's the greatest guy. Ed, we get along real good.
Do you hang with him much, or do you?
Yeah, we went fishing in the summer. We went down to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. We went marlin fishing. We didn't catch anything, but we went down there for 2 days.
What were you really trying to fish, or were you just?
It was a program. It was called Catch and Release, and they put you on the back of the boat, and the guy James Avery from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and his son, and then me and Ed on another boat, and we had a competition, and you know, they caught a bunch of fish, and me and Ed caught nothing all day. Both days we were out there.
Were you really trying, or were you goofing
yeah,
off?
Well, a little bit of both. But the way they edited the tape together, it's like they show them, they cut back to James and his son catching all these fish, cut back to us just laying in, you know, in the sun. It's pretty funny.
Now so you've been doing the show for 8 years, and you're just living like an insane lifestyle in L.A.?
Not too insane. I actually live with my parents right now. I still
Really?
live with my parents, yeah. Yeah. You don't have to feel so bad now.
No.
But yeah, I do. I moved out, and then I stayed out.
Oh, so you moved out at one point?
Yeah, I did. I moved out for about a year, and then I just decided to move back, you know, just to get my stuff together.
Oh, what was the problem? Was there a reason?
No, no, not really a problem. It's just, you know, people coming over all the time. It's just,
you were partying a little too hard, and you thought...
Okay, I was partying every night. No. No, I mean, I just thought I'd do, you know, better off at home for a while.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm planning to move out again soon.
Are you from a show business family?
Yeah, my father's a wardrobe man, and my aunts and uncles were dancers in the movies, and my brothers and sisters all act. I have a little brother who's 13 who's doing a bunch of films right now.
Right.
Lucky little...
When did you get... How old were you when you got started?
I was 3 months old. I did, my first thing was a Lily Tomlin special.
When you were 3 months?
3 months, uh-huh.
Was this your idea, or you saw an ad in Variety?
My parents got me into it, and, you know, they said at any time if I didn't want to do it, I could, you know, get out of it.
Right.
But it's, I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't rather be anywhere else.
Right. Now, one of the things that you're into now, I guess, is hip-hop. You've done... you ran a club for a while, is that right?
Yeah, I ran a club in L.A. called Ballistics. It was in Hollywood. It was the first hip-hop club on the Sunset Strip. And it was all ages. You know, if you were over 21, you could drink, but you could get in if you were under 21.
Right.
And we played, you know, hardcore hip-hop. We had groups like NWA, and, I mean, some of the biggest groups in hip-hop performed on our stage.
And then you performed as well. You cut a record, right?
Yeah, I cut a single. And, well, we were working with getting other groups out, and in the, you know, in the process, I did my own little single. Yeah, just for fun.
Right. Would you want to give us a sample here? Yeah! There you go. Just in case. I always have a mic in.
Can we get a little bass line over there?
Once again, yup, it's the ha-ha, D-A-V-E. Kicking the crazy lyrics for the P-E-O-P-L-E. So hurry up and drop the funky beat, cause I'm not well see. Use, abuse, slipping into an illusion. Here it is in my city. The chaos and confusion with the blacks, the whites, Koreans, and other peers. Now open up your eyes, please tell me what you're seeing. The riots, the fire, it's the Earth's malfunction. That's about it, man. That's about it.
Hey, thanks a lot. We gotta go. We'll be right back with a special surprise. Stick around.
Hi, we're back. It's been 2 months since television lost its oldest talk show, The Joe Franklin Show. We know a lot of viewers still miss Joe Franklin, so once again we thought we'd take time out of our show and offer a 3-minute recreation of the legend that was.
Okay, my friends, I'm with you wandering through memory lane. I've got the most stupendous panel. I mean, cataclysmic, earth-shattering, I mean, colossal, I mean, great, starting with the dainty dish known as Ambrosia, the beautiful belly dancer, Ambrosia. She is a stomach siren supreme. Opposite Ambrosia, I've got the modern-day Enrico Caruso, Bing Crosby, Russ Colombo, Tommy Ritacco with his big hit new record. Tommy. Oh, that's a smash that's selling by the millions. Tommy is a rich singer, well off. No, alongside Tommy is the noted sculptor carving a great name for himself, the one and only Michael Blakeman. Michael, how would you describe your work?
Okay.
Sounds fascinating. Now, alongside Michael, a young man named Conan O'Brien with a most unusual, I would call it a talent. Mr. O'Brien is willing to lick anything, any object. Is that right, Mr. O'Brien? He licks everything. He's never been defeated. Let me start with, I've got a tape dispenser from the basement of 30 Rockefeller Plaza. All right, now here is a shoe from the wardrobe department of the New York Public Theater right here in Manhattan, a very special. Delectable, delectable. Here is an old Philco radio where Amos and Andy came out of, and Jack Benny and the Goldbergs. I've got here for Mr. O'Brien a set of false teeth worn by the late, great Eddie Cantor, and... those teeth are about to sing Making Whoopee, and if you knew Susie, if you knew the noted Ambrosia. Ambrosia, what is your informed assessment of the gifted Mr. O'Brien?
He's a very cultured person.
Beautiful, bravo. He's gonna get ptomaine poison. Ptomaine, no, alongside, not knee riders, no. Mr. Ritacco, one more touch of a great new smash record by Tommy Ritacco. Oh, let's go. It's great, man. I love it. He's breaking records all over, breaking records. Alongside Mr. Blakeman, the noted sculptor, alongside Mount Rushmore. What's your feeling? Would you consider sculpting Mr. O'Brien?
Before I answer this question,
I think you are great.
Again, one more time.
Okay, now, I've got for Mr. O'Brien, the man who licks anything in sight, a sock. This particular sock was worn by yours truly in anticipation of the appearance on this program. I've got right now the uneaten portion of a sandwich from the Carnegie Deli of that great, great comedian, Mr. Norm Crosby. Oh. I've got now a telephone, part of a phone from the New York City telephone system. I'm not sure. I don't know which side is worse, the mouthpiece or the earpiece, but... Oh, boy. Finally, I know you're clamoring for this one, the inside of a very special cast worn by LT, by Lawrence Taylor, during his recovery from a kind of a torn Achilles tendon. Unbelievable. Ambrosia, what's your final thought on the man who licks every object in sight?
A wonderful party animal.
Tommy Ritacco. Oh, Tommy will say it with songs from his brand new smash CD. Tommy. Oh, incredible. Mr. Blakeman, would you consider sculpting this man in one of your mountainsides when you...
Yeah, one day I'll do.
Now, I was wondering, this has been a tremendous panel. Mr. O'Brien, any closing thoughts, any closing licks? Would you sort of lick Michael Blakeman, the noted sculptor, as a grand rousing finale? I've been wandering through memory lane with you and the world's greatest lick performer, Mr. O'Brien.
All right, coming up tomorrow night from Picket Fences, Tom Skerritt, Sean Astin from the movie Rudy, and 13-year-old political whiz kid Sean Donahue will be here. And, of course, our musical guest will be Tag Team. Watch the show. All right. My next guest has starred on stage, screen, and TV, but she's probably equally famous for her incredible metabolism. Please welcome Twiggy Lawson. How are you? You look very nice tonight.
Thank you. I'm very well, thank you.
Oh. And where are you coming from? You're coming from L.A., actually,
yeah, I just
not
came
London.
from L.A., but we have a home in London and in Los Angeles.
Oh,
by coastal Atlantic, I don't know what you call it.
Right. It's very pleasant. It sounds very nice.
It's okay. A bit crazy sometimes because you can't remember where you've left something, whether it's in London or Los Angeles. And I'm so sick of packing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, oh, pack another bag. But, you know, that's just our life.
Now, when you got your start, you were, of course, incredibly famous. You were the face of 1966, is that right?
66, that's right.
And you were incredibly famous for being extremely thin.
I was very thin.
Was that something, I mean, today you hear so much about, I mean, models do so many things to stay thin, and there's almost a science to it. Did you have this down to science?
I ate like a horse. I ate everything and anything. I was desperate to put on weight and nothing happened. I used to eat a bar of chocolate like that every night. I ate milkshakes, I ate hamburgers. I don't eat meat anymore, but then I did. I ate French fries, all the rubbish in the, you know, I was 16 years old.
And it just had no, it just...
Nothing. I was 92 pounds and I couldn't put on an ounce.
You were 92?
And I got blamed for all the anorexic thing that happened in the world. But, you know, I used to eat and eat and I still do eat very healthily.
Well, we have a, I mean, now it's become the waif look. It's
That's
coming
right,
back.
it's come round again.
Kate Moss is the big model right now.
That's right, she's beautiful.
We
What's
actually-
funny is all the articles about her, I mean, I don't know whether you've seen them, but like in all the magazines about her waifness,
I've read
her
them all.
thinness, and, you know, and I always get mentioned. And actually, if you dig up the ones they wrote about me, they're almost the same article. They've just changed the name. I mean, it's like, it's come round completely. It's like deja vu.
Really? There were waif models before you?
No, but from what they wrote about
I
me
see.
then in '66, they're now writing about her. So it's just come a complete loop.
We actually, let's call up that picture. We have a picture of you, and of course there's Kate Moss on the other side. But it's that very...
I've got more clothes on than her.
Yes, no, that's the one thing that hasn't come, it's come around, I guess. But it's, that's okay, we've seen enough.
She's got great legs, actually, hasn't she?
Yeah, well, not bad. My legs look like that. But she, you know, this is a trend now and I guess, I don't know what the story is with Kate Moss. I don't know if you've ever met her.
I don't know her.
Yeah.
She's lovely, I don't know
But
her.
I guess, I mean, today you do hear that they do so much. You just believe that someone like that, I mean, she looks hungry a lot of the time. She looks very depressed and sad. Looks like they're keeping a hamburger just out of range of the camera.
I met somebody last night who knows her, and they said, like, you know, she eats like I used to eat.
Right.
You know, you're just born skinny.
Well...
High metabolism, I think it is. I mean, I don't know.
Now, how did you get started? I mean, this is, you were, first of all, part of what's supposed to be this incredibly exciting time, a chime.
Oh, a chime. It's Big Ben.
Yes. It's a change in the show. Whenever I ask a question now, a chime will sound.
I see, okay.
The 60s, the mid-60s in London is supposed to be this incredible time, swinging London.
Swinging 60s, yeah.
What was it like to actually be there?
Well, I mean, it was wonderful, and what happened to me was incredible, because it was really a fairy story that shouldn't have happened. You know, one week I was at school, and the next week somebody saw me and took me somewhere, and I had my photograph taken.
Someone just saw you? I mean, how did it happen?
Well, the boyfriend I had at that time had a friend who worked on a magazine, and she had met me at dinner and said, you know, we should take your picture. I think you'd make a great model. You know, I was 16 years old. I thought they were crazy because I hated what I looked like. I was so skinny and, you know, usual teenage problems. And, you know, she took me off to a hairdresser to get my hair cut, who sent me to another photographer. It was one of those mad stories. And a journalist saw the photograph, a very powerful journalist in London, and did a whole article on me saying I named this girl the face of 66, and that all happened within a month.
Really?
And I left school, and within 6 months I was in Paris doing the collections. Within a year I was in New York, and it was absolute madness.
Now, I understand, when you got to New York, it was even crazier.
It was insane. I couldn't go out on the street. I had people chasing me and ladies coming and saying, I want to see if you're that thin, you know. It was like...
They would grab you?
Yeah, it was really frightened me. I thought they'd all gone mad.
So did you have a bodyguard or anything like that?
I did. I had this huge man. He was lovely, actually, if he's out there anywhere. Harold Paul. He was an
He's in our audience.
Universe. He was the sweetest man. His arm measurement was the same as my waist. He was enormous. And he was told to look after me, whatever happened, you know. And I didn't really think I needed him at first until it all started to go crazy. And then one day we were shooting some photographs outside of Altman's, which I think is shut now, isn't it? It was a big department store.
I don't know.
It was.
Does anyone know?
I think it shut down a few years ago.
I don't go
shop.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's like, you know, it's
I
like
make all my clothes.
A big... So do I.
Right.
We should sew together.
All right. It's a done deal. I'm sorry. I think we're going to have to step away for a second, but we will be right back with Molly Ivins.
Matthew Broderick is with us. Where should we start? What haven't you been asked?
Oh, man. Give me a try. I don't know.
Have people talked to you about this really interesting string of older actors you've gotten to work with who, for any of us, even someone who wasn't an actor by trade, it would be a dream come true?
Yeah.
You know, to perform with Jason Robards and with Jack Lemmon. I mean, you've got a pretty long list of if you made a list and said, here are the people I want to be on stage with or on screen with before I get out of this, you put a lot of check marks on that list.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to think who's left. I mean, there are a lot, but Dustin Hoffman. I mean, I wish I could work with. There are people who are, you know, worked way before me that I wish, like Spencer Tracy or somebody like that. But I've been incredibly fortunate. Just to work with Brando alone is enough, but to add Sean Connery or who else? Everybody.
What was Brando like to work with in The Freshman? This was a brilliant bit of business that he did.
He was
spoofing his own role in The Godfather to some extent.
Yeah. He was. It was completely thrilling to work with him. I remember the first time when I met him, he was about a half an hour late to we had a rehearsal in the director's hotel room. So we were all expecting Marlon, I call him, to come at about 4:30 or whatever it was. And starting around that time, everybody was waiting for the doorbell to ring, and he knew that Marlon Brando was coming in, and we were getting more and more petrified. And finally there was a knock, and opened the door, and there's this big guy with a velour sweatsuit and cowboy boots and glasses like almost Elvis-type glasses.
All right, so Burt Parks is there, but when did Brando show up?
Well, no, that was Brando.
Oh,
and he was I remember he dropped to his knees apologizing for being late. So he crawled through the door to the director. And then he gave everybody big hugs and stuff, but he put everybody at ease somehow, very quickly. So working with him was always, the time when you're actually working and on doing the scene with him you're totally involved in the scene because he's just so exciting to watch and throwing out so much that it's all you can do to just keep up with him or try to at least understand what he's doing. So it was a great thrill.
Apart from the thrill, was the benefit just what you got sort of by observing him, or was there direct counseling that he provided?
More observing. He gives counseling, but never about acting. Everybody always kind of wants to steer him toward talking about acting, but he'd rather talk about, you know, bugs or, you know, the study of strange bits of science that he gets interested in that nobody else is interested in, or things about separating twins, you know. It's so interesting with the twins that brought together the firecracker, you know, and you're just waiting for him to get back to the. I asked him once, do you ever do you go to dailies? And he said, no, I get very depressed. I don't. I'm not happy with it. And he said he told the director, after he'd seen a film, he was very unhappy, and it really hurt the director's feelings, so he didn't want to go to them anymore. And I said, well, what movie was that? And he said, that was On the Waterfront. And so I said, well, you should see something else, because you've done a lot of good movies, actually.
You know, I have such good feelings about you. I'm absolutely filled with emotion. I never had a son.
Hard to resist the temptation to run observations of your own by him. Well, Mr. Brando, tell me about this from One-Eyed Jackson. Tell me about this from On the Waterfront or The Godfather or whatever.
That's what you keep wanting to ask, And he did tell me about that scene with the... He said, I did a scene in the back of a taxi cab with the guy playing my brother. You know, he's talking about the... Oh, Charlie, it was you.
About Rod Steiger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he talks about it like it's just a scene in a film that he did, which is... But, and he was starting to tell me... And I felt I was getting very close to, like, the secret of the universe, because he was saying how he had figured this scene, you know. I forget. He said, the director was very angry at me, but I knew that I don't think that he's going to shoot me because he's my brother, and I know that, you know, knock, knock, knock. Marlon, we have these socks that you want. Are you going to wear the black ones, the brown ones? You know, we were in the trailer.
Yeah.
And he never got back to that again. So I don't know what...
So he's left you hanging.
Yeah.
You got a number you'd like to
no.
like to put out there?
Oh, no. Oh, you mean for him to call me?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd call right up. I know that. Yeah.
Now, a different sort of personality, it seems to me. Jack Lemmon.
Yeah.
If he's intimidating at all, it's only from the standpoint of his body of work and his talent, because here's a guy you could sit right down and on 30 seconds acquaintance feel completely at ease with.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He's remarkably normal. He's like you wouldn't even know he was an entertainer, really.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very outgoing and friendly, but he's not affected at all that I could see. I mean, he talks of very ordinary day-to-day problems, and he's it's hard for me to talk about it without it sounding like, I always feel like I'm, you know, ego stroking or whatever, but he was completely